No, actually, I can't talk about it. Oh, fuck that. What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Not For Radio. We're your host, Dunc and Hi, Jay Reeve. Might look a little bit different if you're watching. We're in our radio studio today because there was, I don't know, there must have been somebody. Let's give them a plug. Who's in our studio, in the Not For Radio studio today, Teagues?
It's marketing.
Oh,
fucking!
I was kind of hoping you'd be like, the sound radio station's got an interview with Bruce Springsteen or something.
So many people come up to me today to apologise to me as well, which is quite nice.
No, good on them then. Well, we've used it enough. So that's why we're in the Rock Studio at the moment. But yeah, plenty on the podcast today. And if you haven't caught up with us for a week since the last free episode, then bloody great to have you back.
It's a bit of a shit show towards the end of the podcast. Well, I mean, the whole podcast is a bit of a shit show, as you're more than aware.
A family barbecue absolutely ruined in the most horrific way. Like, it's going to be like right up there as far as elite level ways to ruin a party.
Yeah, why my parents have been having sex on a bed of worms.
We've got a bloke that's probably in jail now who sent in a video to a VHS dating TV show back in the day. He's a bloody handful, isn't he?
Bit of an update on the downstairs operation that I'm running. A child that's hanging out with a cooked grandmother.
The chick that passed out 1 million times on the Bali rocket, bungee rocket.
Yeah, we need your help finding her, actually. We want to reward her with something.
And a couple of cracking war stories include the first one off the bat is Army navigation and just the absolute shit show that can happen in the British Army. A reminder, we have got 2 extra episodes a week. These are Sniper Elite episodes. These are our top brass listeners. And it basically doubles the amount of back catalogue of our episodes, and you get it ad-free. So if you're keen on that, less than the price of a beer a month. There's lots of new people jumping on that. That's the best way to support us to continue making the same bloody crook content we love making. And also...
It's just paying for we're just putting all the money towards just making a brass replacement for my testicle. Yeah. We're going to make it a brass monkey's head. So I can say I'm freeze them off like a brass monkey.
And also as well, if you're on Spotify, you may have noticed there's video now. So g'day if you're listening and watching on Spotify, and obviously on YouTube and stuff now as well. Enjoy the podcast.
Attention snipers, gear up and hold your positions. It's time to load up some war stories, your tales from the front line, brought to life. Prepare to fire.
Frankie in England, welcome to the podcast, mate. Thank you. Got your story. Let's go. Okay. G'day, fellas and fellettes. Fancy listening to one of my many yarns. I've been in the British Army for 25 years now. Been on countless deployments.
Wicked.
And still going strong. So pull up a sandbag and lend me your ear.
Once again, I've said it before. I'll say it a fucking million times. The number of people that are in armed services is just still so cool to me. I think it's like such a special person that puts their hand up and says, you know what? I'm going to put myself between fucking terrible shit and you.
Which is just
insanity
to those that don't do it.
Yeah.
I enlisted in late 1999. After training, I was assigned to my first unit in the sunny home of the British Army, Aldershot. All right, maybe not sunny. After some initial induction training, we deployed on my first exercise to the glorious Salisbury Plain. There we conducted a low-level driver training, navigating the rugged terrain of the SPTA. But, as is tradition, the directional staff, the DS, decided to fuck with us a bit and planned a no white light night navigation exercise at 10 o'clock at night. Pissed off, cold, tired, we grabbed our weapons and kit and got our first grid reference. In our section, we tabbed for around 40 minutes to the first RV. After a quick water break, we set off again. This pattern was repeated for a few RVs. RV?
Dunno.
Throughout
rendezvous points, maybe?
Something like that.
Please, somebody that knows what they're talking about, let us know.
Throughout the night with plenty of water stops along the way. At one point, our Section 2OC, let's call him Scouse because that's his fucking name, needed a piss stop. So we all stopped. There he was in winter darkness, and I hear him call out, "Frankie, got any leeches for this?" I look over and all I could see was the white glow of his tiny pisser and the flash of his teeth as he grinned. I sighed and looked away. Then, just as the sound of water started to flow, The night's silence was shattered by a war-bled scream. You guessed it, he was pissing on electric fence. The whole section quickly realised what had happened, and instead of helping, we all fell over laughing for a good 10 minutes. Scouse, meanwhile, checked the little scouse with a torch white light, of course. Once satisfied it was still intact, we all carried on. So, naturally, the odd snigger and giggle followed him for the rest of the night, along with the occasional whimper from what we assumed was his little scouse. By 3 a.m., we were on the final leg of the exercise when we spotted a Land Rover's headlights in the distance. Our actions were simple. Hide and avoid getting caught by the DS. We hit the ground and crawled into cover. Once the DS had passed, we carried on. As we moved to the next forestry block, we heard the sound of a vehicle running. We went to ground again to listen carefully. Being the newest lad in the section, I was voluntold to investigate. Cheers, fuckers.
Voluntold is such a fucking great term.
I crept forward as quietly as I could. As I got closer, I realised it was a civilian vehicle with its windows all fogged up. Intrigued, I moved closer, imagining what I might see. Maybe this Navex wasn't going to be so bad after all.
Just a classic bit of dogging out in the forestry blocks.
Well, we'll wait and see. Just as I reached the window, one of my sections shouted at the top of his voice, "Oi, stop perving on doggers!" Startled doesn't even begin to describe it. I felt like I was 13 again, caught with my mum with my veiny trumpet in hand. I froze, then looked into the window. What I saw can only be described as a naked woman squatted over a fat, naked Santa Claus. The female and I locked eyes, an extremely odd moment, and then I turned and sprinted away laughing so hard I could not breathe. We all ran out of the area and went back to the wood block to carry on with our journey, trying to keep quiet but giggling and laughing all the way along. Then the section commander told us to stop and showed us on the map where we were. Red light, of course. We had literally found ourselves at the same electric fence as earlier. So we got the step over, across the fence without any dicks being burnt this time, and walked across the field, not thinking of anything other than our DOS bags. As we got across half the field, we heard loud footsteps which seemed to be following us. Oh, that would be so stressful. We all turned to see a huge dark figure which stood just over head height, but felt like 5 foot wide. I could feel the heat coming from this fucking beast. I turned to ask the guys, what the fuck do we do now? But before a word could leave my lips, I saw 7 dark figures running away from me and the beastie's silhouette. I immediately took up sprinting after them, trying to catch up. I sensed that the beastie didn't want to miss out on the fun either, and also took up chase. Now, running as fast as I could, weapon in my right hand and trying to grasp the air with my left, I came to the other side of the fence, at which I leapt over to find my section laughing and pointed at me. As I caught my breath and I looked back, I couldn't see anything on the other side of the fence. We finally got back to base location, and no one mentioned our antics that night. Again, as we drove out that afternoon to the next location, we drove past the so-called fence. I was expecting to see cows in the field, but I didn't. I only see one animal, a lone brown bull looking at us almost to say, as if it was almost to say, see you next time, fuckers. I smiled, but I couldn't even speak to my passenger as I was driving the officer commanding. No one spoke about it until the leaving party a year or so later. We all laughed and took the piss out of each other. One guy said, "Reckon that bull fancied you, Frankie, and you didn't have to buy it, and you didn't even have to buy it dinner." Looking back, I had a lot of wild times in the army, but none quite like the one where I outrun a bull and learned to respect electric fences. A shout out to Muzz, a Kiwi I met from the Aussie Army on one of my deployments to Iraq. You legend, miss you, bro. Cheers, guys and girl and team. Stay low, move fast, up the wires. All the best, Frankie, because that's my fucking name.
That is fucking awesome. Well done.
Just
well
good
done.
insight, eh?
Yeah, I love that stuff, man. Like, how fucking crazy would it be too if you've taken the missus out for a couple of frames of piggy shove in the bush, and then a set of fucking eyes peers through, and then runs off laughing? Like, that would be
the most
terrifying,
fucking thing.
A couple of things on that. I was watching the NZ Farming Instagram, which is great. It's like you literally feel like you're instantly connected to the rural sector when you watch it.
Totally.
And there's a guy on there with a big mullet, and he was dealing with some bulls in that same sort of situation. And bulls they posture up. Like, you would have seen the one with the old Māori guy that's at the Urupa, the Māori cemetery. and this bull is having a crack at him, and his son's on the other side of the fence going, "What are you doing, you silly bastard?" And he goes, he's gonna rub the truck up and wreck the truck. He's like, "Give a fuck about the truck. He's gonna wreck you." But they posture up in a certain way, and they get a little bit silly, and they're all fucking G'd up, particularly when the cows are what they call bulling, which is just getting ready for a pumping. And so they can just smell it in the air. It's just sex everywhere. So they're just all G'd up and ready to fuck. And so this guy's like, "Look at this. This is how you get a bull away from you." I was like, this is going to be good, because they're on a feed pad, and they are trying to move these bulls along. Close, the best part of a ton, and just fucking ready to roll. And they just do not fuck around. And so he goes, "This is what you want to do. You look at them posturing up here." I wonder where it's disappeared to. Anyway, he goes up to me. He goes, "Look at that. He's getting angry. He's fucking getting there." And he goes, "This is what you want to do." And this bull's about to fucking flatten him. This thing's massive. And he goes, "Right, yeah, you fucker. Ready? This is what you do. Get him. You wait till he looks you straight in the eye, and you go, and this big fucking bull just peels off. I'll find the actual clip and I'll put it in the show notes so you can see it. And he goes, "So that's what you want to do. That's how you fucking deal with him." Spins the camera in on himself. He's got this big glorious mullet, and he's just going, whenever you see a bull, just give him that one.
I just haven't heard the noise before, so it's like, what the fuck?
Like, Jesus fucking see Christ.
Is that some sort of new weapon they've got there?
Yeah.
As Jay mentioned, growing up on a farm, yes.
Almost.
Just about.
Which leads us nicely into this next segment, the biggest rooters in the animal kingdom. Now, if you were listening earlier in the week to one of the Top Brass Sniper Elite episodes, you would have heard about Randy. Now, Randy was a guinea pig that snuck into the ladies' pen at Hatton Adventure World back in 2011 and 2014 in the UK. Undetected for a couple of weeks and managed to knock up about 100 female guinea pigs, and then they found him because there was one in there that was real skinny. He'd fucked himself skinny, basically.
What a lad, though.
So,
I mean, even having a look, not that it's something to brag about, but you look at, we're in the middle on a radio show in the middle of the Rock 2000 countdown, and I was searching who is the biggest Lothario of rock, like who is the person
Gene Simmons.
that has laid more pipe. But they reckon so. Gene Simmons was there or thereabouts.
He was over 5,000.
Fuck. That's probably, but he's got time on his side. So the one that they landed on that was the biggest rooter was Jimi Hendrix, because he would go volume and frequency. So they reckon that he was bedding on most days between 3 and 5 women, and he passed away at fucking 26 or something.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So he was just in the free love, and there's an if you haven't seen it, it's an incredible film called Supermensch.
He'd be bloody happy it was free love, otherwise that'd get expensive.
Yeah, I reckon if they ran a fucking cotton bud round his pecker, he would have discovered about 30 new species. But that was where he first met Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, where he walked into this place where he was going to stay, and she was underneath Jimi Hendrix, rooting on the stairs, and he goes, "Get off her," because she was screaming. And so he pulled Jimi Hendrix off her, and she smacked him down the stairs, smacked Shep Gordon down the stairs. Supermensch. Once again, put in the show notes. Fucking great film. You watch it and the whole time your mouth's like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
He was the OG, the originator.
You wouldn't get away with that now.
Back to the animals, though.
The biggest rooters in the animal kingdom, Jay, no particular order, lions. Male lions are basically the Barry White of the savannah. During mating season, a male lion will go at it 20 to 40 times a day up for 4 to 5 days straight. And that's about every 15 to 30 minutes.
Imagine stringing.
Now, why do they lie down for the rest of the year and make all the females do all the work? They just got fucking nothing left in the tank. That's they look emaciated when you see them in an Edinburgh doco.
Yeah. Shit, that is some work.
The chimpanzee, they use sex to solve arguments, strengthen bonds, and even negotiate food. Basically, a society that is run on shagging.
Which is, you can see...
Shag now, we'll sort it out later.
Yeah, which is basically we're only, one step up the evolutionary ladder from that.
Dolphins.
Yeah, they're fuckers.
The party boys of the ocean. They mate not just to reproduce. They like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
They think it's us, pigs, dolphins that love fucking.
Yeah.
That's not just like a genetic drive. Male dolphins have been seen going at it with females, Jay, other males, and even inanimate objects. That'll do. Just a fucking piece of pirate treasure on the bottom. I'll plug that full of my buddy dolphin jizz. Koalas.
How the fuck did they even make the shortlist? They don't even move enough to fuck. They sleep 23 out of 24 hours. They're cooked most of the time.
Most of the time. See that? There's always a window.
So they get up, hung to the eyeballs, get a fucking shot off, and then fall back asleep.
So this is the intel I've got. A male koala will mate with as many females as possible during breeding season, often leaving a trail of exhausted mums with babies in tow. Also riddled with chlamydia, so maybe less of a shagger, more of a walking cautionary tale.
Yeah.
But when it's on, it's on. And they just fucking howl like demons, those things, when they're bloody horny.
Yeah, I wonder how they manage. I wonder if there is a way, because obviously the NRL way of dealing with, no, sorry, I retract that. The professional sports person way of dealing with sexually transmitted disease is to make their partner a hot chocolate and put it in there so that they get dosed up at the same time they're going through the medication.
That's bad.
So I wonder if there is an equivalent. They could just make a genetic eucalyptus tree which dosed all of the population and cleared them up, so they're not just riddled with fucking syphilis.
Yeah, it's a big
Or is
job.
it chlamydia?
Chlamydia.
Ah, yeah, got the clap.
So have you heard of the antechinus? The antechinus, it's like a marsupial in Australia. This thing goes good too. It's a fucking mess.
Antechinus.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Antechinus. It's an Australian marsupial, tiny little mouse-like thing, and they go fucking hard. The males basically shag themselves to death. We're talking 12, 14 hours of near constant sex with multiple females until their bodies shut down. Oh my gosh. It's basically like Gene Simmons, but his candle burning out.
Damn.
12, 14 hours of near constant. They just rotate the females out. Then he fucking gives up and pops clogs.
Not a shit way to go out.
Yeah. So the animal kingdom is 100% stacked with prolific rooters, making us seem like we've still got work to do. We think we're good at it. You think you're a pest, but you've got room to grow, man. You just need to look a bit further on for a bit of inspiration.
That's so good. But there's, what is it, the praying mantises? Praying mantises and some spider species, they fuck and then get eaten. Yeah. That is a massive stitch up. But yeah, I just literally had to Google that. Males die after 2 weeks of a mating frenzy due to acute stress, while females survive, have multiple mating partners, and store sperm.
They just hold it, do they?
Yeah.
Like a doomsday prepping. Just put it in the pantry.
In your pockets.
Yeah, crazy. Just want to play this next bit for you, Jay. I think you'll quite enjoy this because you did bring it up on the podcast the other day. This is the bungee rocket chick from Bali. We'll say out cold every time she passes out.
So she's out. Out cold, she hasn't even taken off. And she's back.
I'm terrified. Please don't do this.
What?
Please. It's not scary. Please. I'm scared. Please. Head back.
And she's out cold.
All right.
And she's back. And out cold.
And out.
Look at the limbs, though. So she's still out, just limbs. Fucking garage sailing herself inside the cage.
Awake.
And out. It looks like a tough fucking ride. Like, her body must have been
Awake.
And awake.
Out.
And out.
She's out cold, but awake.
And awake. And out.
Her mate's just buckled, eh?
Shit.
She's silent laughing.
And awake. Out. Awake. Out.
Awake. Out.
Out.
Oh my god. Right. Her sister.
And they're still this.
Awake.
No.
And out.
Awake.
Put me down! Put me down! Put me down!
Out. Just keeps happening. Oh my gosh, I think the other chick didn't wet herself.
Oh, mate.
Holy hecker.
Unbelievable.
Oh, put me down! Put me down!
And out.
Oh no, half out.
Okay, one more! No!
One more. Holy shit. Somebody will know. Someone will know who that chick is. Like, someone will know her.
Great call.
Yeah.
First comment, Alex. The other sister almost died of lack of oxygen. I honestly don't reckon that chick was breathing. She just silently laughed the whole fucking time, eh? Jeez, that's elite.
Every time you watch it, it's just like there's something new.
Yeah.
And because she's out so many times in the actual bungee, there's a different position that her body ends up in pretzeled that will become your favourite that you wait for.
The snap. We'll put a link in
Yeah.
the show notes, obviously, for that one, for the people that were just listening to it.
Yeah, and my favourite is the fly that basically she gives a fly that hits one of those blue electric sheets and just fucking limbs just pull back into themselves. It's very, 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 very unfortunate. But if you do know who that young lady is, we would love to get her on the pod just to talk through. Like, she has zero recollection of it, no doubt. Like, fuck me. Like,
She could
that's.
have been steamed. Maybe she did a bloody mushroom shake on the beach beforehand.
I would say that there would have been. So basically, the story in behind that thing is fucking wild. So my buddy who put it up initially went in there. So there's
This is the bungee rocket in Bali.
yeah. So there's a law in Bali where you can't have anything above. I think it might have been at this stage it was like 24 meters, but the towers that go up either side are 36, and so you employ somebody that can help you fix the situation in inverted commas, and so they just did a sectional law change, granted them that, and then changed the law back so it sat within a time period where it couldn't have been fucked with. And so therefore it can stay and operate legally forever and nothing else can compete with it. And so he reckons that when he turned up, because he's a Kiwi lad, he's a great couple of Kiwi lads that are in it. He reckons he turned up and they've got, in Bali, if you've been to Bali, greatest place in the world. I fucking love it. It's like I'd potentially live there, given half a chance, or at least a majority there. Great waves, great food, great people, fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
so sick.
And so they've got like a thicket on like a fucking snake coil of like what are illegal phone lines, power lines, everything all running together.
Yeah.
And so to get some of these, to get some of the footings in place, they had to high ab them in. But it's like a game of fucking kerplunk going through all these things with the high ab thing. So he's like, I can't fucking stand here and watch this because this thing's going to touch these power lines and someone's just going to get fucking roasted along with everyone around it. Not a single cone down, just a couple of people in fucking no shirts just waving people on scooters past.
Yeah.
You know, like just good old fashioned, just get shit done. He reckons at one point there was a guy standing, because it's insulated cables that go through these things for the most part, these black insulated cables. There's a guy standing there pulling them apart while they put the fucking boom arm of the high ab through it so they could carry shit. He's like, this is just a whole nother level of fuck. He's like, the operator was just gram gudang in mouth the whole time, which is Balinese cigarettes, just big trumpet clove cigarettes, just chaffing durries, just dancing like a fucking surgeon with this fucking high ab. And he loads the thing up, and it was like, they had to move some ungodly amount of concrete to put the pad down in the first place. I'm talking like 10 trucks worth. And they did it with those plastic fucking tubs that you...
Like the washing tubs.
washing tubs, yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's just a chain of them. There was no concrete pumper that they could get their hands on. They're like, not a problem. We'll just fucking... And it was just like, oi, you, fucking sweet, you, oi, you, oi, you. Here's some money, boom, 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 boom. Fucking chain gang this thing. Fucking,
Amazing.
Yeah. Very, 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 very cool. But yeah, the thing's running like 24/7. Someone like that will just walk straight out of the club across the road, jump into it, bang up and down. The staff there, like the guy that was running, he's like, are you ready? Are you ready? And they did it. And then he's like, do you want to go again? Number 2. And she's like, fuck
best.
yes. Great senses of humor. But yeah, they just hose the spew off, fucking dry it down, chuck somebody else in their fucking boots.
What
Let's
an
go.
absolute cash cow.
Yeah.
Remember the other day on the podcast we were chatting about, are they called Indigo children?
Yes.
Indigo children, and correct me if I'm wrong, Showboss Teagues, are the children that are susceptible to seeing spirits and having contact with the afterlife, eh? Have you got that message from Emma in Queenstown that she's sent us? She reckons she's got one.
Hi, fellas and fellette. Obviously love the show. I've got a creepy story for you. Bit of a long one, sorry, but you'll see why. Our daughter has had lots of health issues, many operations, loads of different specialists. She's all good, almost at the end of the journey, thankfully. When she was 2, she started talking about grandma a lot. Now, it's important to note here, she doesn't have anyone in her life called grandma. She would draw pictures of grandma, always the same, with a lovely dress with flowers on it and a big hat. Her preschool teachers asked about grandma and sent home all of her drawings. Then came the chatting in her room when she was alone. We'd ask her who she was talking to. She would look at us like we were stupid and say, grandma, of course. Took the kids to Melbourne to visit family. They'd never been. She was there at this point and arrived at night as we were in the taxi on our way into the city. She would tell us what was coming up. If we turn here, we'll see the big building with the blue lights on it. Sure enough, we turn the corner and there it was. Or in a few minutes, we'll go under a bridge. You guessed it. Fucking, it was true.
Wow.
We asked her how she knew, and she told us she'd been there with grandma before. Then things started to take a creepy turn. Grandma had now been with us for about a year. Turns out grandma had burned to death in a fire and liked to hang out with said daughter because she made her happy. Before one of her many operations, I explained to the anaesthetist not to be confused if when she came out of sedation she asked for her grandma, and I explained grandma wasn't real, etc. He replied to me that she is real. Our kid had probably died for a second or two during a previous operation and met her then.
Oh, what? They like opened up the portal.
Fuck, just what you want to hear as you send your child off to be put under the trust of this guy. Her medical team...
She's died like 4 times. No one tell you that.
Fuck.
Anyway, we'll do it again without the dying part this time.
Her medical team grew and we enlisted an osteo-type guy to see if they could help. Now, no shit, this guy had never met us, knew nothing about us, and the first thing he said when he placed his hands on the kid was, I'm so sorry about your grandma. What the actual fuck? So grandma lived with us for years through the worst of the health shit until I found kiddo crying late one night. Grandma had to move on to live with another little girl who needed help and wouldn't be back unless we really needed her. We ended up writing a little book with all the drawings she had done of grandma over the years, and she slept with it under her pillow for months. The kiddo's now 12, doesn't talk about grandma anymore, but will occasionally find the book on her desk out of its usual place in the cupboard. As parents, grandma was scary as all hell, but in hindsight, she actually helped a lot. If only she hadn't died in such a gruesome fucking set of circumstances and described it so graphically to a 2-year-old, we may have been more accommodating. Well, there you have it, the story of how grandma lived with us.
Oh, I got goosebumps during that.
Man, that is so wildly cool.
Yeah, like she's like some sort of guardian angel that swoops in and helps people going through tough times.
Man.
And then you also go there, be part of you as a parent, be like, well, you know, maybe grandma knows more. Maybe the job is done here. Maybe we are on the arse end of the journey.
Yeah, it does make you think, like, oh no. You go, obviously, because we get so consumed and we're really looking at our feet here, you know, like living is looking at your fucking feet for the most part. You're not overly retrospective on what's happened in the past and what's taken you to this point.
Most people just deal with what's in front of them.
Exactly. And then you go, well, there's a certain amount of energy. There's a spark in us that's fucking flying around. There is a spark within us which is making our heart beat, and that drives us until it fucking disappears.
We literally have an electrical system inside us.
And so that energy came from somewhere, because at what point does just a sperm and an egg, with that mix working, it's, something brings it to life. Because it's just, up until that point, it's cells, grows a heart, then the fucking heart's, when you're going for a scan when you're having kids and they go, oh, there's the heartbeat. You're like, oh, fuck, that's so cool. but you never once think,
About
I wonder
how
how
it got
fucking
there.
long it's been beating for.
Yeah.
Because there's a
One day it turns on.
yeah, there's the first heartbeat and then eventually the last, and you don't know you don't probably know when the first one starts and the last one will be there either.
The thing that gets me about the grandma thing is it's reoccurring. Like you can put stuff down to like you'd be like, oh, kids have got crazy imaginations, but when it's going on and on and on, like it's got to be coming from somewhere.
Or the fact that when we go around this corner, there's going to be the building with the blue lights. Oh, we're about to go under a bridge when the kid's never fucking been there before.
Yeah, there's something crazy going on there.
Very cool. Thank you very much for sending that in, Emma. You absolute weapon. And Queenstown too.
Fucking yeah, nah. Yeah.
Welcome to Not For Radio.
Just a little bit of feedback here. Issues recording a voice message through the Rover app. When clicking the link on our link tree, hold it down and select Open in Browser. This will stop it opening the app. So if you are doing that, here's how to get around it. Otherwise, you can send us one to the Not For Radio on Facebook, or you can upload one to the form that is in the link tree as well. So a couple of different options if you're battling to send us voice messages. We do love hearing from you as well. We probably don't get enough of them from you guys.
This one here from Sophie's dad, Chris. Hi, Dunc and Showboss Teagues. Well, fuck me in the face.
This must be from the other day when you were on the potty.
Yeah, and what the hell did Dunc just read out? A yarn about me and Daphne sinking her teeth into my nuts. Let me tell you, fuck, it hurt.
Okay, so we had a daughter send us a yarn, and her and her old man listen to the podcast on the way to school every day, and she used his laptop to send us a yarn for us to read out, and he didn't know about it. So this is his reply. Oh, that's a few episodes back, but you'll be able to find it. God. Yeah, fucking good, eh?
Sophie.
So they're peeling through the episodes at the moment, and they cannot wait. That's their way of bonding, and they can't wait to become Sniper Elite. They're just like, we've got to do the mahi and unlock all the free ones, or knock over the free ones and get into the paid ones.
Can I just get a little bit of clarification in and around who Daphne is?
Daphne's the cat, dog. Daphne was a dog.
Okay, I was going to say.
Would
have been very interesting if it was the partner, the mother.
It's just, I don't know. You always wear undies, man.
Unfortunately, fuck it, hurt. Unfortunately, Sophie wasn't in the car with me as she doesn't start her new college until next week. I'll make sure I play it to her when I get home. The little shitbag is going to be in a fucking world of trouble. Lol. On a separate note, Jay, hope the bollocks are feeling better soon. If it's any consolation, I know how you must be feeling, but fuck me, a bollock the size of an avocado. Fuck my actual life, that is impressive. This is just a little, once again, update, fucking stone update. The course of antibiotics, which I literally can only assume is like a nuclear wasteland running through my body, has finished now. And so as of Saturday night, the Wars were playing in the final home game of the season, and so I went along, was gloriously hosted by the team at Red Bull New Zealand, and it's just in a corporate box, fuck everything put on, like, just go bananas. And so I was like, here we go. Like I've been out of the game for the best part of a month. And if you fucking know anything about me, I fucking love to send it. And I love to send it, particularly when it's in a corporate box. And at the Wars. And the All Blacks are playing on the TV as well.
I mean, it was a pretty much perfect situation.
Perfect storm.
A playoff game as well.
Yeah. And so I was revved up because I wanted to get on the piss. And I haven't been on the piss for ages. I love socialising. I love just really ripping into my work with people. And I just couldn't get out of first gear. It was tough going. And the only reason I got on the piss is because all of the antibiotics has finished up. So I finished up and I was like, fucking 3 days, I reckon, was the last time the wheels fell off and I went back to hospital. So last night, my fucking nut starts hurting again. Uh-oh. And I'm like, here we go again. So I've got like a remainder course of antibiotics that I'd had beforehand, which I'm having with anti-inflammatories and painkillers just to limp us through to the end of the thing. And I reckon at that point I'm just going to go back in the hospital when we have that week off and get the fucking thing chopped out.
Do you reckon the infection's clearing up again?
I'm just done. Yeah.
This is so
punishing. So yeah, that's the update on the stone.
Great content.
My mate and a mate of mine had an orchidectomy.
I'm supposed to be the one that says words like that.
Orchidectomy. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Where's that one?
Basically, having a bollock pulled out. Fuck, why didn't you just say that in the first place instead of make me look like a fucktard?
Orchidectomy.
Oh, look at that. Got it in one.
I might not have.
Yeah, I reckon that's an orchidectomy. That sounds more like it. Having a bollock pulled out. And being the supportive friend I am, I took a magazine called Nuts with the S scribbled out in a black marker. Ha! Wishing you a speedy recovery, Jay. Thanks again, Dunc, Showboss Teagues, for making me laugh this morning. Absolute legends. Keep up the good work, guys. Cheers, Chris.
Good on you, Chris, mate. Good to have you listening. We've got a war. I want to play this bloke. I'm just going to chuck this under a segment I'm going to call.
Has Showboss Teagues wheezed yet?
This one's called Save Some Ladies for Us. This is from VHS dates. So basically VHS dating tapes from back in the day.
Yeah.
What I'm looking for in a lover is someone who can take care of my 3 daughters, a mom for them and a hot mama for me. I have not been in love, much to the chagrin of my first wife. I would describe myself as a success. If you're looking for a guy who makes $51K a year, if you're looking for a guy who's got a convertible, I'm your man. If you're looking for a guy who's adventurous and sexy, let's just say that next to my waterbed is a can of whipped cream and some cherries. My hidden talents include some very good impressions. Johnny Carson. What would my 3 wishes be? Well, I'd like to have a dinner one time. I'd like to have Sheena Easton, Tom Selleck, and Abraham Lincoln over for dinner. I know how to charm the socks off people. I often go to restaurants and I will, while people are eating, I'll start talking to them. I'm the kind of guy who will bring out the best in a night. My ideal romantic partner is you look like Sheena Easton. You wear high heels, and lots of crimson lipstick as well. That's just a thing I like.
So Sheena Easton is a Scottish singer. She's now 66 years of age, so they're probably good-looking lass, no doubt. But I would say at that era of time, geez, whatever.
I'm going to throw it out there. I don't reckon his daughters would have been that pumped with him getting that out to the TV stations.
Fucking hell.
You want a guy with a 51K a year and a convertible? I'm your guy.
I've got
Whipped cream and cherries, motherfucker.
51K whipped cream and cherries next to my fucking waterbed. What a ledge.
Oh, man. Can you Google that now? Does anybody sell new waterbeds?
You can actually get a new waterbed. I have looked into this before.
What does everyone reckon they're worth? $1,200?
Okay. What do you reckon?
Is this just for the bladder or the frame as well? It's probably $2K.
We are your one-stop waterbed shop.
Oh, such a novelty.
Beds Supreme. What do you reckon we're going for? Oh, fucking Jesus.
$2K for a queen.
Close. 5,170.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Or just under
It's not even a mattress.
Just under 6K for the king size Aquapedic.
Do you put chlorine in with them when you...
So, fucking crazy story. We, growing up on a farm, there you go, fucking tick that out of the bingo card. Pa-ting. We had a water supply that was tank water supply. Anyway, mum and dad had a waterbed. Massive roosters, my parents. Fucking huge pests.
We know that.
And anyway, they filled up this waterbed. And when we were moving from the farm to the beach, they emptied this thing out. And there was like a fucking like a series of tapeworms inside the waterbed that were huge because it's like the perfect, because they live on nothing, but they grow like fuck. So there would have been bacteria in the water that came out of the tank along with this tapeworm egg that was probably out of a fucking dead possum that fell in there that we'd been drinking for fucking however many years as well. And this thing was like...
What does a tapeworm look like?
A big, long, skinny white worm. There's a few of them. They all kind of fucking like ribbons. Yeah. So when we tipped it out on the lawn, they all came out. Dad's like, oh, yuck, there's tapeworms in there. So the whole time they were sleeping on there, these things were just fucking swimming around underneath them.
Shagging.
Yeah. Yuck, eh?
That's so gross.
Yuck.
Yeah,
I remember... Oh, shit. That makes me almost want to... Oh, no, actually, I can't talk about it. Oh, fuck that. Oh, fuck. Shit. Oh, no. Wait, we'll go fucking war story.
Last war story. Well.
Snipers, reload. Another war story incoming. Eyes on target, scopes dialed in. Let's see who hits the mark.
Is that just from the tapeworms?
No, there's this. I don't know why I stupidly fucking walked myself into that. there was this horrendous. I'm focusing on the keyboard just so I can just disassociate myself with it. There was this fucking dog that came up to our farm once, and it shat out a fucking nest of worms.
Oh!
It literally looked like it was fucking crawling out of its ass. Like, I'm talking, like, just imagine, you know, when you cook pasta, when you cook spaghetti or angel hair pasta, imagine that, like, just a pot, when you cook it in the pot. That's what it looked like, but it was a squirming pile of fucking... And I managed to make it happen.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, final war story for the day coming from Mr. J. Upchuck the Boogie Reeve.
Fucking hell. And this one is from Shane Brown, and it's called Shit.
It's called Tapeworm.
Okay, Shane Brown out of Brizzy. Hi-ho, fellas and fellette. Firstly, my missus has a fast and loose approach to life. Okay, thanks. Always having fun, getting into ridiculous situations, and generally making our lives entertaining. All in all, she's one hell of a woman. Anyway, before our time together, she was dating a guy and went along to a barbecue at his family home to meet his parents. Everyone is hanging out in the yard, drinking, eating, when the missus starts to get some horrendous stomach pains. Snuck inside to find the shitter. I love it how you know this.
Yeah, this is still the best story.
After locating the right door, finding someone else was occupying the only shitter in the house, she had to make a decision, as this turd was not fucking waiting around. Luckily, this is one of the old houses where the toilet is in a separate small room to the bathroom. So she ducked into said bathroom, stripped off, jumped into the shower, before releasing the most putrid of bumwees straight over the drain. After a quick hit of water and a clean-up, she was sweet as. Off she goes back to join the party, only to be met by the whole family staring at her with horrified looks on their faces.
What is going on? What's happened?
It was then that she noticed a familiar smell. As it turns out, the father is quite a handyman and had rigged up the shower drain to empty the grey water straight out into the majestic backyard garden.
What's he done that for?
So you don't have to water your garden. It's only grey water.
Yeah, okay.
She had dispersed her shit all across the entire garden and essentially crop dusted everyone with her fucking stench. What an absolute shit show. Fucking brilliant. Keep up the good work, lads. Love it.
That's got to be one of the best way a party's been ruined.
I may have told this story before. This is another shit chat, but a guy I know very, very, very well, he was quite a rooter back in the day. Anyway, he had a meaningful one-night relationship with this lovely young lass, and she had an ensuite off her bedroom. And he would have been like 18, 19 at this stage. And he's like, there is no way. His guts was just absolutely concrete mixed, like just to fuck. And he was like, I need to get out of here. Anyway, so he reckons that he goes, can't go there. I'm going to have to shoot out into the backyard. Looking around, he goes, and this is in the Bay of Plenty. And everyone's garden in the Bay of Plenty, if you've got a yard, is a big garden. Like there's high vegetation all around the outsides of it. You'll be able to tuck him behind a tree, something. Anyway, goes out there and he goes, it literally looked like a fucking bowling green just with a rotary clothesline in the middle of it. So he was like, fuck. The backyard was looked directly into by the kitchen window. So if you're up in the kitchen, you'd be looking out into this glorious backyard from up on the second story. And he could see people milling around in the kitchen because they were up there. Her parents are obviously up there having breakfast, whatever. So he spun the fucking rotary clothesline around. So he was blocked out by like a sheet or a towel or something. Squatted down and had a shit and ripped, was holding onto the pole of the clothesline, took a shit, ripped off a tea towel, wiped his ass, but it was like because they spin, he reckons he was fucking pouring away at his own asshole with a tea towel as the towel just drifted around in the breeze to see both the parents standing there doing the dishes, staring out at him. So he just looked like this fucking...
no!
He just looked like a psychopath taking a shit outside on their lawn. There you have it.
You're not going back.
Fuck no. He reckons he never saw her again. Yeah, it wasn't
Oh,
even. It wasn't
man.
even like a school acquaintances. It was a real off the cuff. Never, never cross paths. Never have again.
Shit, that is a great way to end the podcast for a Thursday. Hey, if it's been a whole week since you've been with us, it's good to have you back. We bloody love doing the podcast. Apologies if you hear me coughing in the background, just sort of bouncing back from AIDS. Well, crook sinus anyway. It's one of the two. And as always, we appreciate you for choosing to spend a bit of time with us. Still got some of the Not For Radio sunglasses floating around somewhere. There, still got some of those. There's a link in the show notes if you want to get your hands on some of those. Also, we're on YouTube now. If you're on Spotify, you can watch the video now as well. And if you want to become top brass and unlock double the amount of episodes and get to listen ad-free, the Sniper Elite episodes on Monday, Tuesday. Best way is just to click through the link and do it through Supporting Cast on our app. Then you just select whatever outlet you listen to or you use to listen to us on.
Yeah, apologies because there's a few people that have insinuated that we're making the ad volumes all over the joint to fucking basically encourage people to go ad free on it. No, sorry, that's absolutely nothing to do with
that. So they've been battling with that in the background. So
if you are getting ads that are playing fucking ruthlessly loud, just let us know.
Whereabouts you're listening, what platform you're listening on.
Yeah, that way we're trying to iron and how you're listening. Yeah, so what you basically. Yeah, car headphones or fucking stereo, whatever, streaming through a TV, whatever.
Basically, we changed back-end systems, and we're doing the same thing / tweaking it as the feedback comes through to try and get it right, because for the most part, what was working isn't working now. We've got to iron out the creases. So if that's been absolutely punishing you, the only way we can get it right is by you messaging us. Best way to do that is just through the Not For Radio Facebook page.
Apologies.
And if you're not on that, then definitely jump on that. The Instagram account, TikTok's hissing as well. And
looking forward to actually catching up with some of the top brass that are coming out next week.
Next week, man.
Next
We're starting
week,
to we're going to go take them all out for lunch. The ones that won trips, one from the UK, one from Australia.
Yeah, and there's another bloke coming out from Sweden.
Bit on at the moment.
Yeah,
bit
it's
on.
exciting. Very, very, very exciting.
What a time to be alive. Have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. We'll catch you tomorrow for another Not For Radio. Go well, go long.
And up the wires 2026.